All right, I think we're live. What's going on, everybody? We're far side of the pod. My name's Jordan. We got Caleb.
Diddly doodly neighborino.
It looks like it's just us two today. So before we get into everything, I am going to warn some people today that we'll be talking about some scary shit today, and that we'll be probably explaining some graphic stuff. You know, just want to put a warning out there that we do have some pretty biased opinions towards specific things, especially things that we love. And I promise you, we'll be talking about a lot of things that we love today. Um, we won't keep you for too long, but if you just stick around and talk to us, I feel like you'll love it. But if not, see you later. Bye. Get off here.
Bye. Yeah, deuces, oozes.
All right, so on to the first topic of today. We are going to be talking about the Ninja Kids Power Rangers web series. That it seems that it's possible that it has been canceled, even though it's been produced already and a trailer for it just came out the other day.
What? What?
There's rumors going around saying that Hasbro, not Hasbro, because I don't even think it's Hasbro that has it anymore, but whoever put the funding into the series apparently is pulling the plug on it to put everything, all the focus of it for Power Rangers period towards the new Disney Plus show.
Oh man, I don't know, man. That just seems like a really, really big dropped ball.
Well, here's the thing. It wasn't going to be anything crazy in the first place
Yeah,
because honestly, the Ninja Kids thing has been a thing for a while. It's just not. It's just been more of like a fan made YouTube video.
yeah,
Then since they've re-come out with the classic action figures through the Playmates brand, whatever they were going to bring out. Well, they were going to bring those same people who's been doing this Ninja Kids series for years and continue the story that they had left off on in the actual story, but this time with a funded production with cool looking suits and
yeah,
everything. But I will say that the trailer looks a little bit too fan made. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like for it to be, I mean, I guess it's not supposed to be fully remastered type of thing. It's not supposed to look 100% the best, but I think there's a part of fans who thought that it would at least look a little bit better.
yeah. And maybe they've gotten some really deep backlash and they've just decided to avert away from it.
And one thing that kind of flipped me weird during the trailer for it is that like Lord Zed was like in a human form and he could like morph into his like the way Lord Zed looks. And I was like, that just doesn't make sense to
Yeah,
me. Because Lord Zed, he's really nasty looking. He's got his brain pulsating outside of his head, and I don't know. There's just a part of me that thought that would have been a little bit confusing to the kids of Power Rangers present, but you know, if they keep it around, I'll still watch it and check it out. If they don't, I'll understand. But while we're on the topic of Power Rangers, we are going to discuss this new Disney Plus series just for a second. I'm kind of back and forth on what I think should happen in this series. I mean, I know the word is that it's going to be sometime in the future, and it's been a minute since Power Rangers have even been a thing. And it gets to the point where the world needs Power Rangers again, and they kind of form this new team to fight against this new evil. And the way I think that they personally should do it is they need to have somebody like Adam or Wes or somebody like that to mentor this new team and let this be like the new main Power Rangers of this new generation? And would it be not entirely dark, but just dark enough to entice the teenagers a little bit, but keep it, a little bit friendly enough for kids to watch it too?
It's got to be edgy enough to attract the older audience.
Right. And I think we have the opportunity to do something fantastic. We need a great colorful suits. We need great morphing sequences. As long as we get that, and with a really good story, that's all we need. That's all I care about. Okay, what do you think should happen when it comes to this show, and how do you want it to be?
Well, personally, I haven't watched any of like the stuff for it,
No,
but
the one we're talking about now is for the Disney Plus show that it's not even filming yet. Apparently, it's supposed to start production in January.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I haven't read too much into it. I heard about it. I haven't read too much into it. I'm kind of with you. I feel like if this is, I mean, it seems like that's the direction they appear to be taking with it, but I agree they should have someone that, a former Ranger, a big name, someone that can, be as popular as some of the, older Power Rangers come in and, just guide them and train them the right way. And, I don't know. We'll have to see what Disney Plus is going to do with it. I mean, it's a hit or miss, with Disney a lot of the time. So,
yeah. I mean, you got anything else to say on Power Rangers?
No, I hope it does good.
Yeah, I mean, I do too.
It's Power Rangers. Of course, I want it to do good.
Yeah. All right, on to the next part.
Ugh.
Now, what we're going to talk about next is Mike Flanagan's Carrie has just finished filming. So we got it about, I'm guessing around Halloween time next year, or maybe around May or something like that of next year before we see the series. I don't have too much to say on it. I do think that it's going to be fantastic. Mike Flanagan does it. He never fails. I've never seen something that I didn't like that he's done. I'm excited to see what he does with Clayface. I'm excited to see what he does with The Exorcist. So the fact that he's doing The Exorcist and Carrie, I'm hoping that he kills it and that he helps bring in this new era of horror. Because Haunting a Hill House is, like I said, one of the greatest horror stories I've ever watched in my life. So I think this has a chance to be fantastic. What do you think about Carrie, Caleb? Caleb.
My mic got pushed up. That's my bad. What I was going to say was actually, I agree. I think, considering where this guy has come from in the movie industry, I think we can expect something special. I think, I hope that it's something good, because the last movie they made wasn't exactly the greatest.
I thought it was,
but it was okay, it was all right. Obviously better effects and stuff, it was newer. But I don't know. I feel like, coming from the, a Haunting on Hill House, dude, like, I'll never forget watching that show. That series was like oh man, it's so good. Like, if you've not seen it, you need to watch that. That's a crazy good show. But if you watch it, I feel like if you know what that show is, then you can feel really excited that this is happening because you're probably in for something really good. So I think when it comes out, we'll have to give it I feel like when it comes out, we'll watch it and we need to do like a review on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, because I'm a big Haunting on Hill House fan, big one.
For sure. All right, on to our next segment. And like I said, guys, we're going to go through this episode really quick this week. We didn't have much planned for it. And plus, we just wanted to make sure we got something out for you. But on to our next one. And Caleb, this is my surprise for you today.
The surprise.
So, since we're in the spooky season, I thought it'd be a little fun to do a ranking of something a little spooky that we both love very dearly. I have conjured up an Ice Nine Kills song list. A Ice Nine Kills tier song, song tier list.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go through songs from Every Trick in the Book through Welcome to Horrorwood.
Welcome to Horrorwood?
Yes.
Not this, so Silver Scream included?
Yes. So Every Trick in the Book, Silver Scream, and Silver Scream 2, Welcome to Horrorwood.
All right. This is going to be kind of hard.
I'm not going to do all the songs from Every Trick in the Book because I don't remember them all.
Just the top songs from some of these albums.
That I know.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready with this one?
Let's get it.
All right. So we're starting with a banger. I mean, they're all bangers, so this is going to be hard. So we're starting off with a hardcore good one, The Shower Scene. I think that personally has to be an S tier. Just because I think it's a fantastic song. Well, no, let me say A tier. Because I think it's a fantastic song. I think it's a good song for the crowd to sing. There's just other songs I think that push the boundaries.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I agree with you right there. When you said S tier, I said, really? I was like, I think it had the capability of being an S tier, but with being surrounded by so many other great songs, it makes it an A tier song. Not that it's a bad song at all. In fact, it's one of our favorite songs. Like, I have I've got many playlists on different, streaming platforms, and that song's on it, 100%.
Yeah.
So I'd say A tier.
Word. All right, next we have Rocking the Boat. I think Rocking the Boat is a very underrated song. I personally put it at A, just because I think it's been my most listened song of the year a couple times before on my YouTube rewind.
So I'm gonna give it a B, and the only reason I'm giving it a B is because I listen to the other songs a lot more than I listen to that song. It's a good song. It's not particularly my favorite of the collaboration of songs that they've done, but I'd say for that it's definitely a B tier for me.
Okay. I'd say it's a low A, so we'll keep it at the lower end of A. If we have any
lower end,
if we get any flat A's, they'll go above it. So
okay.
So this next one we got is Assault and Batteries. Caleb, I'll let you say your words.
So this for me is an S tier. This is an S tier. And the reason why is because this is the very first song that I was shown by Ice Nine Kills.
Okay.
Was Assault and Batteries. And that's the very first song that made me say, I freaking love these guys. Like, they are so smart. And it made me deep dive into them, and now I have their merch and all, their songs on my playlists and stuff. And we've met Spencer, and, I'm preparing to go to a concert at some point. So I'd have to say that it's an S tier for me, and that's just because I'm extremely biased for the reasoning.
Right. Okay. I would say it's like an A, a low tier S. So I think like a S minus, low end S is good for me. It's good. It's iconic. It's hard to argue against.
Well, I mean, it was genius because of the taking the Toys R Us song and just flipping it into like this evil version of it for Chucky. It was so genius.
Yeah. All right, so this next one, I think it's a super underrated song, and it's "The Jig Is Up."
Oh, okay.
So I put this song at a B personally. I think it's a really, really fantastic song. I think it's severely underrated. But it just kind of just gets like the backseat to most of the songs that's on the album. Like it's not like chosen not after most of these songs.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say I agree. I was gonna say it's a low B to mid B there for me. It's it's on my playlist, but I often find myself only listening to part of it and then being like, all right, I'm ready for one of the other songs.
It's a banger song to hear live too. So.
Oh, I'm certain it's a banger to hear live. I'm certain if I heard it live, I would probably listen to it more.
Yeah. So B it is for The Jig Is Up. Now this one, I think the next two are going to be guaranteed S's.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So this first one, I don't think there's much explanation needed behind it, and it's Farewell to Flesh.
Yeah.
To me, it's the most beautifully melodic song that Ice Nine has. I think it's well orchestrated. It's like a metal symphony, and I love it.
So is that S?
What?
Is that what you said? S?
No, Farewell to Flesh.
Yeah, Farewell to Flesh.
Yeah, guaranteed S tier.
Yeah, that's guaranteed S tier. Great song, fantastic. Love every second of that song is really good.
Now this one doesn't need much explanation either, and that's A Grave Mistake.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, it's not even low key. It's realistically it's their most famous song of all time. It's their highest selling song of all time. Their highest ranked song of all time when it comes to like the RIA, like the Recording Art Institute of Art. It's certified gold. It's a phenomenal song. To me, it's one of the greatest songs of all time. It's about my favorite movie of all time. It's a guaranteed S tier, number one spot.
Yeah, it's 100% an S tier. It's great. I love that song. I play that song a lot. I like the live version of the acoustic.
Yeah, me too. Okay. So this one can be a back and forth one, and it's Funeral Derangements.
Oh, I love that song.
So where would you rank this one?
That for me, I would rank it as a high A.
Okay.
It's not my favorite song, but I love it because it's almost every single line you hear, you can immediately think of something in the movie.
Now, are we thinking, like, is it above shower scene or below shower scene? Because I personally like shower scene more than I like Funeral Derangements.
I personally like Funeral Derangements more than I like the shower scene, but I love them both. I love them both.
I'll give it to you just because I agree.
The breakdowns and the freaking just the lyrics to it are really like every single. I mean, it's a banger.
Okay, so this next one, it's not a really known one, but I think it deserves to be a middle A, and it's The Bots.
Oh my gosh, bro! You know me, I'm about to be biased.
I just think The Bots is one of the best songs on the album. It's heavy as hell. I love it.
Provocative.
I think it's just cool as shit.
Well, I mean, so you already know where I'm going with this one. I love that song. I love the Hellraiser movies. It's one of my most favorite horror movies. So for me, I love the song, but it's not my entire favorite song from that album either. So I'm giving that one a low S.
So I think it'd be fair just to give it a straight A plus and make it number one in the A.
Yeah, because I mean, I love it, but it's not my favorite song on that album.
Right.
And I have a very deep love for it just because of the movie, obviously. And it's a great song, but just because it's not my favorite song on the album, it has to be a little lower.
All right, so this next one, I think it's a really good song, but the more and more that we've listened to their newer stuff, and I think the other songs are just better than it. But it was my first Ice Nine Kills song I ever heard, so I do like it, but I still have to give it a C, and that is Thank God It's Friday.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I like it, it's a classic, and it was my first Ice Nine Kills song, but it's just a little old feeling.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was gonna say like a C plus, low B, somewhere around in there. It's it's a good song. It's just it just doesn't it just doesn't bop like very hard after you've listened to it a couple times.
Right. All right. So the next one is a good one. I do think it's not really talked about much, but I'm still gonna put it at a C and it's just one of my not least favorite Ice Nine songs. I'm not saying that I don't like it. It's just I don't really. It's my least listened to Ice Nine song probably of all time, and that's Take Your Pick. The My Bloody Valentine song from Welcome to Horrorwood.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not listening to it much. It's good. It's just I don't know. It's just I don't. It doesn't click with me like the other ones do.
What you rank that?
I put it at a C.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say the same. I don't really listen to that song often. I maybe listen to it every once in a while if I'm driving and I'm focused and I'm not really paying attention to like what song's going. I'll let it play. Let it play out. But like, if I have a choice, I'm gonna usually choose a different song.
Right. So yeah, C it is. This next one I think is a C as well, and that's Freak Flag. It's not one that's really been talked about in the community. I think the first time they performed it live was just this last tour, and it was almost 2 albums ago. So it's not that popular of a song. It's alright song. It's about the Devil's Rejects. It's okay, but I'd give it a low C. I think C's the bottom tier because I don't think any of the songs are bad enough to be a D.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm gonna give it a C plus just to be nice, and we'll call it a mid C.
Okay.
We'll just give it that because that song I've only listened to it I think like once.
All right. So here comes our first Every Trick in the Book song, and that is The Nature of the Beast. It's about the Animal Farm book. I think it's a really good song. I think it's underrated. I'll put it at B, just because I think it's a beautifully crafted song, and you can tell that that's where they were starting to really mix in the horror esque vibes to it. So I say a low B.
A low B, I was gonna say like a C, a mid C, high C, somewhere around there.
All right, so we can just give it a high C. It's not bad. All right, so here it gets. Here's a good one, and I think we'll agree on this one. The American Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I think that has to be an S tier.
Yeah.
I think it's just, it's one of their most iconic songs. It's a great song to hear live. It's a great song to hear every time it comes on. I'm literally looking at my 1, 2, 3, 4, my 4 Ice Nine Kill vinyl collection right now, and I'm looking at the Silver Scream vinyl, and that's one of the
Mm-hmm.
first songs that I see. Or I think about when I see that album is American Nightmare.
It's one of the more iconic ones off of that album.
Yeah. So, I think it's got to be an S.
Oh yeah, I simply agree with that.
This next one, out of bias C, I want to give it an S, but I think it's a good high tier A. I don't think it's enough to be an S just yet, but I think it's a good high tier A, especially after I heard it live for the first time. And that's Your Numbers Up.
Mm.
I think it's a great song. I just like I just like some songs more, but it's still fantastic. So I give it an A plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say A plus.
Word. All right. Here's a good one. I think this is underrated. I'm gonna give it a B plus, and that's Fly. I, I,
Oh, okay.
I think it's an underrated song. A lot of people don't give it enough talk, but I think it's a really catchy and a really good song.
Yeah, I was gonna say B.
Word.
Yeah, it's a good song. I like it. It's not. It is underrated.
Yeah.
I remember the first time you showed it to me, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's a great song." I'm surprised I haven't heard that one.
No, I think this is an automatic S tier for both of us, and that is Hip to Be Scared.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a
and it's automatic S tier, S plus.
yep. Um, I think
It's melodic, refined sensibility.
I think this is another S tier, and that's a shout out for Mikey too, and that's Hell in the Hallways.
Oh, hell in the hallways. Okay.
To me, that's one of the best Einstein songs of all time. The breakdown that the guitars give in it is so insane. It's so emotional sounding. It's it was their touching the water with the tips of their toes to test the horror scene out to see if people would like it, and boy did they. So
Or did they nail it?
I give it an S. It doesn't have to be a high S, but I give it an S.
My personal is an S as well, and that's just because I can't get any more than that because I don't listen to it as much as the other songs. Like I said, it's the same reason for it being a little lower than I would normally pick a song like that.
Right.
But it is a really, really good song.
All right. Here's a good one. I think it's good, but I don't think it's as good as the majority of songs. So I give it an A minus, and that is Rainy Day.
I like Rainy Day a lot, and I was gonna say A plus.
Okay. So I'll give it a mid A.
I'm a big Resident Evil fan, obviously. So,
All right. This is a good one. I give it an A plus, and that's Ex Mortis.
yes, I concur.
Hell yeah.
I think Mikey would be like, "Nah, bro, that's a S song. You know it."
It's close to it.
He really likes that song a lot, and I get it because it is a great song.
All right. So this song is a personal S tier for me. Honestly, these two songs are personal S tier for me. Um, I just think it's a fantastic song. I think it's severely underrated, and that's "Enjoy Your Slay."
I should have known this was the one you were talking about.
I love this song. It's about The Shining. I think that the song fits it so well. I think it tells the story so fantastically. It's a song that I got to hear live for the first time when we went this year, and man, I was such a giddy kid to get to hear it for the first time. So, what about you?
I'm gonna give it an A, solid. Like I said, I love it. Not my favorite song, but I do love it.
I'll give it an A plus just to be fair. Like a top tier A that way, because I wasn't gonna say it's a S plus plus. It's just personally awesome to me, and it's the same thing for this next one. I think it's one of the best Christmas songs of all time, and that's "Merry Xmas." It's just so chaotic. It's so fast. It's so bang and bang bang bang. It's just an energizing song, and I love it. I give it S minus.
Hmm. Tough. I'm going with an A plus on that one.
All right, so I'll get up a very low tier S. So this next one, I'm gonna go ahead and put this at low tier C because I feel like you probably haven't heard it as much. I think it's a good song. I think it's an underrated song, but it's not as known really, and that's "The World in My Hands." It's a good song.
I think I come across that. I don't know if I listen to it
It's a
or
good
not.
song. It's about Edward Scissorhands,
Okay, so I haven't heard it. I probably crossed it though.
but it's a really good song, and we got to hear them do that live for the first time too, and that was really fucking good.
Mm.
Now this one, I'm sorry, but this is a guaranteed fucking 100% S.
Yes.
Honestly, to be real, this might be their best song of all time. Just because I think this song helps define who Ice Nine Kills is, and that is "Stabbing in the Dark." It's just
Hmm.
so powerful.
Yeah.
It's the perfect song for Michael Myers. Like, I'm telling you, the first time me and Mikey went and saw Ink live, the first things first, it was in a small, intimate venue. So it was like, when you're in those small and intimate venues, it's so much better because the band interacts with you more. You feel the energy of the band more. I remember Spencer being like, "Holy fuck, Chattanooga, I can feel your fucking energy." And like, it was just so ramped up, and it was like a blur because me and Mikey was just getting it to every single song that they did. And I remember this specific song, and I was like, I've screamed before now, but back then it was rare for me to try to scream, but I felt like I screamed that whole song perfectly. But it was just so intense and such an insane time, and I think it's such a haunting song. I think it's such a powerful and like staple of a song. I think most generations of rock band lovers, especially heavier side, will listen to this song and appreciate it. So I say S tier.
I'm gonna say also S tier, and that's just because it's a really, really, really good song. It's still not my favorite song they do, but it is a really damn good song for Michael Myers.
Yeah. Here's a good one. Controversy a little bit. Worst Vacation.
Ooh,
I think that this is a good A.
I think this is an A plus song. I love Worst Vacation.
Okay.
It's got one of my favorite scream pitches that Spencer does
Yeah.
towards the end, at the end, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's a fantastic song. And now this song, another super underrated song. I think that a lot of people skip it because it's a softer song of theirs, and that's "Love Bites." I love this song. I have to give it a B. It's I'm not gonna put it over like "A Jig Is Up" or "Fly," but I think it's a good song, and I think it's good enough to be respected enough to be a B.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me it's a low B. I don't listen to that one as much.
I just love that song. It's a song that I'll jam out in the car while I'm driving, singing both the male
Yeah.
and female parts. This song, I think we have to put an S tier just out of respect for the band. And as fans, for it being a love letter to us, I think we respectfully have to put it in an S, and it's "Welcome to Horrorwood."
Yeah.
I think it deserves it anyways.
Yeah, and just this game. I mean, it's like a home for all us crazy psychopathic horror movie lovers can like join together and be like, we're a part of this like group with them, you know.
Yeah. This next song, originally I would put this song at C, but I think hearing it live a few times now and thinking, it's kind of like an anthem song. I don't think it really fits the style of the movie that it's about as that all that well, but I do think it's a decent song, and that's Savages, and I give it a B. Like
Savages,
I
yeah,
give it a B minus.
that's fair. I would go C plus, maybe even a C.
I think it's good. I would usually give it a C, but I'd say seeing it live and hearing the crowd singing along with it, it makes it a little bit better.
Makes it not better. Okay, no. If I'd have seen it live, I'd probably have the same opinion. I'm certain of it.
Right. All right. So this next one, I think it's a good song. I think it's a good mid Ice Nine Kills song. That it's a good. If it comes by, I'll leave it on to listen to it, and I think it's a rash decision.
Oh yeah, I do like that one.
I give it a good solid B plus.
That one's an A plus for me, buddy.
Give it A plus.
Yeah, I like a rash decision. It's really good. I really like that one.
So we'll give it a solid A. All right, we got two more. And
okay, here we go.
I'm gonna say the three new ones or the four ones that aren't on this list, and we'll tier those two, but they're just not on this list.
All right.
So the next one I think is a guaranteed S tier. I think it's just a fucking banger. I think it goes good with Hell in the Hallways, and that's Communion of the Cursed.
Yes. Oh man, yes. That's a guaranteed S tier. S plus.
That's a song here, and I know you haven't got to, but hearing it live is just insane. It's a great song to hear them do in person. And this next one is a great song to hear them do in person too, and that is "It Is the End."
Oh yeah, I bet that's amazing in person too.
So that's a guaranteed S for me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: we got four more to talk about, and I will tell you, two of these are guaranteed S's for me.
Oh yeah.
So first in this order is Meet and Greet. And that's a guaranteed.
Oh yeah, let me guess. Yeah.
That's a guaranteed S tier for me.
Guaranteed S for real. Because you've seen it live and you were just like, oh my god.
It's not even that. That song's had me in a chokehold since it came out. I just think the vibe of it is phenomenal. Now the next one I think is also an S tier for multiple reasons, and that's a work of art.
Yep.
The song is just so phenomenal. I think it's probably one of my most re-listened to songs ever. And I listened to it with about 100 times within a week. Like it was just insane when it first came out. Then The Great Unknown, I think it's a solid A. And
yeah. Maybe A minus for me.
Yeah, maybe A minus. It's good and it's catchy. It's just not one of my favorites. And I would give the laugh track a A plus.
I would give it an A plus too. Yeah.
Just because, though I'm not like overly fond of like the end part of the chorus, I still think that the melody is super catchy. I think it's addicting to listen to. It's a great song.
Yeah, it is. Certainly, it's really good live too.
So that is our ranking of our favorite Ice Nine Kills songs that we have heard so far. Hopefully this next album that's coming out at the beginning of the year will be fantastic. I have a rumor that the next song is quite possibly V for Vendetta.
I think that'd be awesome. I think that'd be really cool. But I think we should. I'm really hoping that we get to see some like old school horror movie songs they can do.
I don't know. I would like to see
like the swamp creature, the swamp thing.
Like Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and like maybe do War of the Worlds. Um, maybe do one from the movie They Live.
I don't know. I'd like to hear them do like a Final Destination song, and have it be like a more ska song because
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
like a very 2000s ska pop punk. Gonna add the metalcore sound to it.
Yeah. As long as they do it right, huh?
Right.
Because we sure know AI. We sure
Yep.
know AI knows how to fool you.
Yeah. And speaking of AI, we're gonna move on from Ice Nine Kills. And speaking of AI, normally when we do these horror stories that we've been doing for this past little bit, I normally find a Reddit story. We tell a true story that's been told, but honestly, I spent a lot of time trying to find one, and it's been hell in a handbasket trying to find this shit. At least a good one. So I went to honorary captain here, ChatGPT, and I sit here and I went through like 10 minutes of tell me the story. I told it to go as graphic as it can because it can't do anything like super graphic to humans and can't tell stuff like that. It's got its rules and its boundaries, and I can understand that. But I haven't even read this. I'm gonna read it out loud to y'all. What I did, I told it, I told it to make a utterly horrifying and truly graphic horror story that takes place in the Appalachian Mountains near in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Character's named Sarah. It's going to be a little bit long. It's not too long, but it's a little long, so it's going to be a good story. And I told it to write it in the style of like a Reddit story to make it seem as if it was real. Okay. So, Caleb, you ready to hear this?
Oh yeah. Let's rock.
So the title of this is called "Something in the Shed Above Gatlinburg." Okay. I don't know if this is the right place to post this, but I need to get it out. If you ever hiked anywhere near Gatlinburg or the Great Smoky Mountains, please read this before you go off the trails. My name is Sarah, and last month my cousin Josh, my little brother Caleb, and I decided to do a long weekend hiking trip before the weather turned. We lived in Tennessee, not too far from Knoxville, so Gatlinburg felt close enough to be an easy getaway. Josh found a cabin on one of those rental sites, cheap, tucked up in the ridges above the park. The reviews mention bad cell service, but that's the kind of thing we wanted. 3 nights of no notifications, just trees and quiet. When we pulled in, the cabin looked normal. A little old, but solid. It was the quiet that felt off. Even the bugs or birds seemed muted. We joked it was just city ears needing to adjust. That first evening, we hiked a few miles along an unmarked deer path that ran behind the cabin. It wound up a ridge covered in hemlock and moss, the kind of forest where everything feels close and damp. Around sunset, we found something strange. An old shed. It was half collapsed and slanted against a tree like it was trying to hide. It was small, maybe 10 feet by 10 feet, built of gray planks gone soft with rot. One wall had fallen in, and there was a deep gouges in the wood. Not claw marks, more like tools that have been hacked into it, rough and angry. Josh joked it looked like a moonshine shack. Caleb laughed, but I could tell he didn't want to go get closer. The air around it was cold, like stepping into a shadow that didn't belong to the trees. We left before dark. That night, something knocked on the side of the cabin. Just once. We thought it was a branch at first, until we heard footsteps on the porch. Slow. Bare. Josh grabbed a flashlight, but when he swung it to the window, nothing was there. The sound stopped, like someone was holding their breath, waiting. The next morning, we found tracks in the mud. Not boots, not shoes, bare footprints. wide and flat, with dirt packed deep into the toes. They led from the tree line to the porch and back towards the ridge. We joked about it again, tried to act normal, but nobody really laughed. The woods were too still. We went back up the ridge that afternoon because Josh wanted to check out the shed in daylight. I wanted to go back down, but I didn't want to be the only one afraid. The closer we got, the worse the air smelled, like copper and wet stone. When we reached the clearing, we realized the shed looked different. The fallen wall was gone, and it was standing upright again. None of us said anything for a minute. Then Caleb whispered, "Who fixed it?" Josh swore someone must be squatting up there. He was running around in circles, looking around, but when he stepped onto a branch, something moved inside. Not an animal. Heavier. Like someone shifting their weight. We got scared and ran. That night, that knocking from the night before was back, but louder. This time, there was 3 hits, then silence. Around midnight, I woke up to creaking on the porch again, and a voice. It whispered my name, Sarah. It sounded almost right, but not quite, like it was trying to shape the word for the first time. I wanted to believe it was Josh messing around, but when I looked across the room, I saw him sitting up in his bed, staring at the window. His mouth was open, but he wasn't saying a word. We left at first light. As we drove down the narrow road out of the valley, Josh kept checking the rearview window. At one point, he slowed down and said, "Did you see that?" I looked, and in the tree line, maybe 50 yards back, something was standing there. It was tall, taller than any person, but thin, almost see-through in the mist. Its shoulders looked wrong, too far apart. Its head was tilted like it didn't understand what it was looking at. We didn't speak for the rest of the drive. When I dropped Josh and Caleb off, none of us said goodbye. Just text me when you get home. They never did. Josh's phone goes straight to voicemail. Caleb's just off. Their cars are still in their driveways, but nobody's seen them in days. I went back up there yesterday. I know that sounds insane, but I had to see. The cabin looked empty. The door wide open. Inside, everything smelled like rot. The footprints were everywhere, pressed deep into the floorboards, leading out the back. I followed them a few hundred yards up the ridge until I reached the clearing again. The shed was there. Door open, waiting. There was something carved into the wood beside it. A word. Hunger. That's when I heard Caleb's voice. He said my name soft, like inside the shed. Sarah. I turned, but it wasn't Caleb that stepped out. It was, I don't even know how to describe it, a shape that moved like him, but slower. Its skin looked gray in the light. Its mouth didn't quite work right when it spoke. It smiled at me, with a crooked smile. I think it was trying to, at least. I ran. I don't remember how I got back to my car. Just that the force was silent behind me. I've been home for 2 days and I haven't slept. Last night I heard tapping on my window, and when I looked outside, I saw footprints in the mud leading to my porch. I think Josh and Caleb are still up there. I think they're waiting. If anyone near Gatlinburg hikes off and finds a little shed up a ridge north of Highway 321, please don't go near it. And if you hear your name in the woods, don't answer. The end. What do you think about that, Caleb? Caleb.
My freaking mic's messed up.
You good?
I was just saying, boy, I don't think I like how it ended for old Caleb in that one, huh? Made me not feel too good. I was like, oh, well, that sucks. Glad that's not this Caleb.
What I didn't like about it, how it said that, hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. Whenever it said that they were in the room, and she said that I looked across the room and I just saw Josh sitting up in his bed with his mouth wide open, looking at the window.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I did like, yep, no, that's what I've been like. Yep, my ass is out of here, big dog.
Yep. Goodbye. I don't care. I'm not calling you an exorcist. I'm not doing anything. I'm just leaving and never coming back. Exactly. Like, I don't care. Like, goodbye.
So shout out to ChatGPT for that cool ass story. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
We might have to try that out next week for one more final one. I know it'll be after Halloween, after the next one, but you know, at least we gotta give it a shot.
Yeah, we'll probably. I feel like we need to like maybe do a video. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to do a video of us sitting and watching Nuke's Top 5 Scariest.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that because you know some of those actually freak me out.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's all we really have for this episode.
Except one thing.
What's that? What's that?
Everyone, whoever is a Fortnite fan out there, I hope you are just as excited as us to be getting this new Simpsons mini battle pass that we're getting.
Oh yeah, the Simpsons.
Everybody be prepared for that because you know that's what I'll be doing most of the time. Probably doing that. So.
But now, guys, you know we just wanted to get something out for you this week, and we know it wasn't much, but we hope you enjoyed it. You know, hope you stuck around for the podcast. You know, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, grab your people's phones, and hell, subscribe to them for us. You know?
And if you don't, well, at least we know that it's that we're the problem.
All right, guys, we'll see you guys next week on next episode where we should have everybody back for the first time in a couple months. So we'll see you guys next week. Peace.